all they do.
I feel like that's
They're all
a
like
little bit harder.
hour and a half classes.
Yeah.
Not but like you do it on your own.
Yeah, which I don't like.
I feel like I always
I
forget
wish
the
she would do it
flows.
silently throughout the whole class, because then sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I'm like, is it this way or is it this way?
They're like long flows.
And then I'm looking at someone next to me and they're not doing it right, and then I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna wing it and do whatever I feel like doing.
And that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Some of the comfort for me is what I'm taking is being able to let go of the thinking and just listen and do.
Mhm.
And there's something kind of counterintuitive to having to remember and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to just, believe it or not, and if you ever say I said this out loud, sometimes I like to be told what to do.
It's on video.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't want to think anymore. And I don't
But
want
it's
to be the
nice to
teacher.
always
And
do
I,
something different. Like I was reading there, like even now, like I always automatically I go into my yoga room and I sit the same spot, the same section. So now I'm like, I'm gonna sit on the opposite side. I'm like, oh my god, I feel like
Yeah.
so like scared and like I don't know if I can do it. And it like how you made us do the opposite.
right.
Like constantly switching
Right.
it up.
Well, as soon as you change your consciousness, you change. As soon as you change your habit, you change your consciousness. So that's what I was
You
telling
get
you before.
better.
Brush your teeth with your left hand.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're retraining your brain from a 2-year-old
Yeah,
standpoint.
it sucks because you realize you're so weak in
Right.
some ways.
But then you're learning again. It's just
Yeah.
like having your injury.
Yeah.
When I used to
Which
teach
I'll
at
never have
synagogue,
again. I have a 6-pack, but
you won't have that one. Then something else will happen. It's okay. When I used to teach at synagogue, I would literally turn the whole class around, and I think everyone's head popped off their shoulders. We can't really do that at clay, because, but I would be like, okay, we're gonna turn this way now. So I was sick of the same people in the front, the same people in the back, and that corner and this corner. And
Yes.
a new person comes and she's in her spot. I know, as soon as she walks in there,
You feel
like
it.
Margarita gets
I
a little
know.
bit of that.
I'm always afraid of that when I go into a new studio. I'm like,
Whose spot am I
Yeah,
taking?
it's
But it shouldn't be
I
that.
try and like go on the side. I'm like, I hope no one wants to be here.
It shouldn't be that way, for sure. Let's finish the orange poses and then let's hightail it out of here today.
I'm gonna say I'm broken, because I got your email, but I didn't get the bottom part.
Again?
Here,
Can you
hold
open it
on.
on a computer?
Scroll
and see
all the
what's
way.
different?
Scroll all the way
Oh,
down.
are you-
Because on my phone it was doing
scrolling?
the same thing.
Sometimes it says see more.
Oh no, you're all the way down.
Yeah.
Okay, so what part are you not? You're not getting the you're getting the.
That's just like.
Because the last time I sent it to you, I copied it and I put it into pages and then sent it, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you did like an
Yeah,
attachment.
do that client last time, I forget that.
Yep.
So I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I didn't do the homework.
So we're gonna redo that and then move on to,
I'm so happy we started with class though. That was
I know, I
great.
did. I feel great.
Are we gonna pick more classes once we get to the main
No, that's
language
understood.
class?
Sometimes,
maybe the week
sometimes
before.
like just
So that-
something
Yeah,
might.
I think we're generally gonna say, I didn't wanna do it ahead of time because I know I have a couple of projects coming up, so I didn't wanna commit too far, but let's just generally say, we we're gonna try and get this done in 5 more meetings.
Because I know there's probably 2 Wednesdays.
You're right, I agree with you on that, just reading. I go to bed.
And probably June does get dicey because there's people graduating and things like that, but if we can get everything done before August, when it gets really weird,
Yeah.
that's why you guys let's really try and be pretty diligent about the homework, because we really just want to get it done in 5 more, and if I have to keep going over it and over it and not be sure, and yours is an exception, but let's make that the key. There's not an XOXO Gwen, you didn't get the end of it.
Okay.
All right? Go all the way to the end of it. And I did throw in that we would do, because I never know how much time we're gonna have. But be ready to do that.
Present. Me and Karen were out last night and we're like downward dog.
Were you in a bar?
Uh-huh.
Oh, geez.
Vodka seltzer splash.
I'm sure you got a lot of interest in the bar when you're down dog.
I'm like, then we're gonna.
No, we were talking through what we were going to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a take
Got it.
I want no part of that. I don't want your husband's calling me. I don't want your wife calling me.
Tell you what, we were home at like 12, And like I went to bed at 12:30, woke up at 6. I'm so tired. Like, I cannot do this anymore. I'm getting old.
I got home from all those games yesterday. I drove home at 11 because I didn't want to sleep over there and drive 3 hours this morning. My husband was in bed before I got out of the shower snoring. And I was like, I'm gonna watch Saturday Night Live. I didn't even see Live from New York Saturday night. And then this morning I was like, I don't want. I even got to sleep a little. I was like, I usually am in bed, as silly as it is, like 8:30 watching TV. Just,
It's awesome.
my kids will visit me and talk to me, but I'm in my bed,
Yeah.
in my space. All right, so let's go plank.
Sundays are rough.
Certain, and I thought better, you know, it's better that we decided to go back to the nights because the weather's just getting nicer and nicer, and I thought you were all hating on me today, and I was like, they're not gonna like me anymore.
You know what, I wasn't realizing, I wasn't thinking about baseball season for my boys when we were in
Yeah.
February, and all of a sudden their schedule comes out, and
Yeah.
like, we're gonna miss these
I
games,
know.
and that's like precious.
Yeah, I know it, believe me. I'm
It doesn't
missing,
matter if there's 6, you
I'm
still
missing
want to
3
be there.
games today, and probably my son's gonna pitch today, and I was there for 2 games yesterday and he didn't pitch, so.
Yeah.
But it's live. My husband, I'm sure will give me
My daughter's name's
Yes.
out 4:30. It's like perfect timing. We're playing Greenwich.
So when we're talking about plank, this is where we left off. For me, it's page 25. It's in the orange.
31.
31.
Okay, 31 for you guys. So basically the setup for plank, and you probably heard me say it already, not even practicing with me that long, is that you want to stack the joints. That's the safest position. So like you felt pressure in up dog when your hands are too far away, if your hands, your wrists are not right underneath your shoulder in plank, you're accessing muscles that you don't have to use, and you're making it harder for yourself. So stacking the joints is the strongest place to be. Shoulder over elbow over wrist. The most stable. It's only a 90-degree angle in the wrist, which everybody, unless they've had surgery, pins, plates, screws, should be able to accommodate. The basic positioning is palm flat, finger spread. I'm sure you hate hearing that. And also, what's tricky here is a lot of people will be very forward in their plank pose. So even though they stack shoulders over wrist, they're not all the way in their feet. So if I show you here, I have shoulders over elbows over wrists, but I'm really top heavy right now. So you want to be all the way back here, and then shoulders over elbows over wrists. You see? So then you're distributing your weight evenly. And you're going to see a lot of people forward. And then it gets really tiring here, and really tiring here. Not that it isn't already, but it gets even worse. And then also keeping that nice plank position, right? It's not called hammock, it's called plank, right? So you want one nice line. You see the nice line here, nice line with the arms. Variations for people that do have plates, pins, screws in their wrists can be forearm bounds, although it's never really exactly, forearm plank, but it's never actually the same. And usually it's a transition pose, so it's hard to allow them to go there when the next pose, but some people will make do and do that. Really cool situation if you're working with someone that is recovering, rehabbing shoulders, elbows, wrist stuff, is to put the block under for support. You might have to stack it. It might not be as simple as one nice block, like does yours show that? The block under the belly or the pelvis. But that's a really nice one to kind of just take some of the pressure out sometimes, even if you're working with older people. And then, so talking about plank, plank is usually Dandasana. Okay, and then there's Chaturanga Dandasana, and that's when we lower it down.
When
So,
you lower it down, do you scoop chaturanga a little bit? Or
you
do
see people doing that and getting fancy,
Mhm.
but technically you go down and then you move forward. So if you look at B on mine, that's not a really good depiction because you should always have a 90-degree angle on your elbow. My article this month for ESPNW was resolve not to make these mistakes in yoga this year. Supposed to come out in January, just came out, so that's why. But people will do plank, chaturanga, and that's fine. And I would rather they do that than do chaturanga. I would rather you get full range of motion and go all the way down, shift your hands, untuck your toes, and then come up. I would rather that. But technically, real book specific chaturanga dandasana is your body never goes below the height of the upper arm, which ends up being the elbow.
Okay.
So you technically don't go lower than that.
Okay.
You keep
And
that
then
90 degree.
First.
And that, as you come down, you're already back in the toes. That's what we talked about, right? As you come down, you push forward so your elbow's a 90-degree angle. Then you want to tuck
Okay.
and come up, and then you're perfectly positioned. Right. Some
Because I
people like to
don't-
flow that way, and it just, they're constantly moving, so they kind of finesse it a little bit. It's not wrong, but if you're learning the specific logistics
Then
of it,
downward dog, you're supposed to look at like your lower abs.
yeah, you're supposed to be up and in.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to try it, it makes it infinitely harder. Did we do that with the straps in parallel sports?
We did it with the straps, yes, we did.
Chaturanga?
Yes, we did.
And then.
See how much harder it is?
Touch. Yeah, well, I mean, I tried.
And you can touch, I touch a lot still. It's like, pick and choose your battles sometimes.
Geez, everything just cracked again.
I think that might have been me. So I was like,
Right, difference. So when you push off those toes and move forward in order to make that 90-degree angle in the elbows, then you go and straighten it out. Now your shoulders over elbows over wrists.